What a beautiful array of fresh seafood. I feel so lucky to be cooking with such freshness. And I'm going to make a traditional Spanish paella in the way that families do all over Spain on a Sunday. I start by chopping up a couple of onions. I'm using 3 large cloves of garlic and I'm just chopping them finely. A couple of bell peppers. And now for some chorizo. Now we're ready to start cooking. And I've got a paella pan here, but you could use any kind of large, shallow fry pan. I want quite a lot of olive oil in the bottom of the pan, about 3/4 of a cup, enough that will cover the entire base. Add all those chopped vegetables. Now I'm just going to let that cook for about 8 minutes so that the onion starts to soften and the peppers start to soften and all the flavour starts coming out of the chorizo. Smells so good. The magic ingredient in my paella is saffron. And I use about 20 threads, which is a good size pinch, and just drop it into some hot water just to let it release its colour. So while that infuses, I'm going to chop up some tomatoes. Using 6 medium-sized tomatoes. Give it a wee stir. Some smoked paprika, probably about a teaspoon. 2 teaspoons of salt. My saffron, look at the lovely colour it's gone. Some water, about 6 cups of water. A couple of bay leaves. And this is my stock. It's just going to cook away a wee bit before I add the rice, and it's going to be so rich and dense in flavour. So now that's boiling, in goes the rice, and I'm putting in 2 cups of rice. The rice I'm using is a Spanish rice, and it has a texture not unlike risotto, but it's a lot drier. It's about 30% drier than risotto rice, so it makes it very thirsty. And it means that when it cooks, it's really hard to overcook it because it stays al dente. It keeps that really nice texture. That's going to cook for 10 minutes, and while it cooks, I'm going to get the seafood ready. Got this lovely monkfish here, about 2.2 pounds. Monkfish is a really good fish to use for paella because it holds its shape really well. It's a very dense fish, but any other dense textured fish would work really well. Let's have a look. Smells amazing already. And I can just see the rice starting to swell. So give it a bit of a stir, and if you're using mussels, this is the time to add them. What you want to do is place the mussels into the mixture with the hinge end down into the rice, because that's what's needed for the mussels to open. So I want to bury all that lovely fish in the rice. Now my lovely crab. Just going to put that so it looks pretty once it's cooked. It's going to steam in the top. Leave it to cook for about another 5 to 10 minutes. I just love this dish. It's so satisfying to prepare. It's actually so simple. So now I want to cover it, turn the heat off, and leave it for 10 minutes. Just before serving, I drizzle over 2 tablespoons of sherry and sprinkle with some chopped parsley. What a beautiful dish to have in this amazing bay. I've got the perfect drink to go with my paella, a sparkling sangria. Take 2 cups of ice cubes, 2 cups of ginger beer, a cup of orange juice, half to 1 cup of brandy or orange liqueur, a bottle of chilled sparkling red wine, and a handful of mint leaves. Give it all a good stir and let those summer flavours sing. Everyone's arriving, but I've just got time to make a dessert using the poached peaches I brought from home. I've got the pan nice and hot, I'm going to add a big knob of butter, about 3 tablespoons. And I want that to get a light nut brown, so it takes on a little bit of a caramelized taste. Then I'm going to add about ½ cup of sugar. Stir that around so it starts to caramelize. I add my peaches, and they're going to sizzle. And because they're cooked, this really takes no time at all. I'm using red peaches, but you can use any stone fruit. Now add a little bit of the juice. And now for some drama. Light the match. Throw in the brandy. Woo! Isn't that fun? Cheers!
Cheers.
Very refreshing.
It is, isn't it?
I feel like I'm in paradise.
Beautiful scenery and beautiful food.
There we go. Do tuck in. And then dunk some of that lovely bread in the juices. You got a juicy one?
Well, they're really
Beautiful.
good. It's that little bit of chilli.
Just that bite.
And a little bit of garlic.
Delicious.
This is a celebration of seafood. Da-da-da! I think that's appropriate. Smells divine. Good, doesn't it?
I'm only giving you
Have some of that.
That looks good, eh?
Yeah.
That's good, eh?
It's such, look at that meat.
That's good, eh? Beautiful. I've never had salad, watermelon salad.
No, I haven't either.
That's so good.
Nothing like a splash of brandy. Sometimes it's just the simplest things that are the best, isn't it?
Very brandy.
That is good, isn't it? That's good.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't think of a nicer way to eat. It's my favourite thing. The end of a perfect day, guys.
Yeah.
I've had such a great day out on the water, helping Bucky with his crab pots and then sharing lunch on that remote and beautiful beach. But the highlight was cooking with such incredibly fresh seafood. Cooking and eating in the great outdoors is one of life's simple pleasures.